Okay, so hello guys, I am Koki, and thank you for 1000 subs. To celebrate, I decided to try out something new and create an MSI tier list for you guys. And of course, this will be the definitive MSI tier list from now on. And for the next 10 minutes, I'm just gonna yap about my opinions. And yeah, I guess we can start now. So for 2015, this happened in the US, and EDG was the champion for the first event. So the top two moments that happened back then was Fnatic pushing SKT to the limit. Now, it's pretty weird to hear that right now, but yes, it's even weirder back then since this is like one of the handful of times wherein the West almost won against the juggernaut SKT. And it really makes you feel old that Orgot was an ADC during that time, and it was actually a good ADC after the small rework that it had. But yeah, that's it for the first moment. And then, of course, we can never forget about EDG beating SKT in the game 5 by Pawn counterpicking Fakers LeBlanc, who had a 100% win rate during that time. So yeah, given that, this is gonna go straight to the S tier, and it really sets the bar of what the MSI is, and it's the perfect first event that we can wish for. So yeah, let's move on to 2016. So this happened in China, and SKT was the champion. But the first best moment back then was the CLG upset against SKT, and yeah, this is one of the handful of times again of the West winning against the juggernaut SKT. So there's one for the books. We were all hyped up, and yeah, man, I miss the old CLG. X Smithy is my guy. He's a Pinoy, and as for the second moment, it's CLG's Cinderella run, and they eventually reached the finals. But given that I just said that SKT won the event, it was a short-lived run since they got swept. But yeah, I mean, this is the highest placement that the uh, NA or even a Western team got back then. So yeah, it was something to remember. So should I put that? I mean, I'm from the East, so maybe this is very different from you Western guys, but I'll give it an A for now. I'm sorry, but there are better MSIs when this happened. It was a sweep. The finals was a sweep, so take note of that. So for 2017, it happened in Brazil, and SKT won the title once again. So the first part, the big talk of the town is Gigabyte Marines, and they basically popped off without us knowing about who they were. But I personally know them since they're competing in our region, the C region back then. So I don't know if that's correct, but I'm pretty sure I cried because the Philippine team got eliminated and we weren't able to participate in Worlds. But yeah, Gigabyte Marines, Levi, the world finally saw Levi in what he can do. He even got a gig for 100 Thieves like in a year or two since then. So yeah, Gigabyte Marines in the international stage, absolute cinema. Now for the second moment, it's SKT winning the finals over G2, and this is just like uh I don't know, man. It's just Wolf being Wolf and Faker being Faker. To be fair, and uh, G2 won one game against them, but Faker picked LeBlanc, and he was like, "Okay, guys, then I want to go home." And they closed out the series with Faker's LeBlanc. And given that, I mean, I'm gonna go B for now. So, 2018. So this happened in the EU, and RNG won the event. And here is when Uzi popped off, like for the whole tournament, and this is where we discovered that funneling the all of your gold in a very good ADC can actually win you games. And yeah, Uzi is like the the exact example of like what can you achieve if you have a goat ADC like him. And as you can see, like look at the gold here. Like Uzi has 19k gold. He has the highest gold earner in the game, and you can also check the pick of Soon. Or oh, sorry, it's not Soon. It's Karsa. He picked Skarner, and look at his build. I mean, I'm a jungler. I know that this build is very cheap at Zeke's convergence, like tabbies and just the jungle item. It's very cheap since he wants a pick that could funnel his jungle to Kaisa to so that he can like dominate the game as early as possible. And that's basically what happened. And it's actually insane. Just watch the game, guys. It's actually insane that they were about to lose, and Uzi just turned the fight in the Baron pit. Even if he died, it still turned the game around. And yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he's in the Hall of Legends. So for those Uzi haters, he deserved his place right next to Faker in the Hall of Legends. And yeah, this is the proof of that. And then after that, the second one is like the most trending thing back then was Reckless pentakilling RNG. And of course, the typical EU moment, it happened right before they were gonna lose, and in the end, they lost the game. So I'm sorry, guys. I mean, because of Uzi, I'll dude, the 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 Baron play was that was impeccable. So I'm gonna put it in S tier. But yeah, I mean, Reckless pentakilling RNG is also good. But man, I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good. I have to give him props to that. I mean, they were about to lose, and they prevented an easy sweep during that time. So yeah, despite losing. So 2019, it happened in Asia, and the winner here is G2. So hooray, we finally won EU. And the first moment was IG's 16-minute stomp of SKT. So yeah, not knowing who SKT is very like this is self-explanatory. Like, how can someone stomp SKT that fast in an international stage? And yeah, it's just apparently Jackie Love picking Draven and SKT like going double support, possibly to like buff Faker with his Aurelia and like Silas. But yeah, I mean, Jackie Love just popped off, and of course, uh, China is very well known for their like goated ADCs. So we just saw a masterclass of that. So yeah, but in the end, it all came down to G2 versus uh I think this is against Team Liquid, right? But yeah, the definitive finals here is G2 versus SKT, which happened in the semis, right? And yeah, it went down to a 5 game series, and one of them was Caps Pentacle. I'm pretty sure the video is playing like when I was talking. So as you can see, like it was goated. It was a great Pentacle. It was Caps being Caps. So, huh, I'm gonna go A tier since the best part of the tournament happened in the semis and not in the finals. So it's gonna be like uh it's gonna be lower than most of the other tournaments. Now we don't have one for 2020 since we had the plague during that time. But yeah, given that G2 just won the MSI the year before, if we had the 2020 season, we probably we could have seen like G2 winning another one, right? So yeah, well, it is what it is. Probably in another universe. But let's move on to 2021. It happened in Iceland, and RNG won the event. So the the, the first like talked about a moment during that time was the Pain versus Mad Lions base defense, and it was really painful for Pain Gaming. But yeah, not. But to be honest, like Deft's like a backdoor or like yeah, it is a backdoor, right? So Deft's backdoor with Ezreal back in Worlds is even worse, but this is like close to that. But yeah, it is still painful, and it is also a coincidence that they're pain gaming. So it's just fun. And then for the next moment, it's RNG upsetting Damwon in the finals, and RNG like just won an MSI a few years during that a few years ago during that time, and Korea is like being Korea, like dominating every single time. So it was really unforeseen for RNG winning again. And given that Uzi was already gone, Gala apparently stepped up in the best way possible since he also picked Kaisa, and they also somewhat funneled the goal through him. So yeah, I mean, no Uzi, no problem. And RNG just has a thing with like goated ADCs. So congrats, 2021 RNG. You go to hmm I will go. I'll go to A. I mean, is it really hype? Showmaker. Hmm. I'll just put it on A, since I don't know. Like it's not something like SKT against EDG and Pawn. You know, like they're great players, but they're not like the names that would make you like jump out of your seat. So yeah, there's no Uzi as well. So let's just put it in the highest of A tier. Okay, so for 2022, it happened in South Korea, and RNG won the event again, the first three-peat that we have in league, and yeah, I mean props to them. But this time this wasn't because of an ADC. This was Wei being Wei, and he popped off with Viego. And look at this match history. He just destroyed them, like from the group stage up to the finals. And I'm actually surprised that SKT gave him Viego, and they got what they deserve. And yeah, congrats Wei. You definitely popped off. And RNG also won a thriller against T1. And since it's a 5 game series, like again, Uzi is gone. It's now Gala, and everything still worked out in the end. So I'm gonna put 2022 in the S tier, since like uh after Gala winning 2021 with his current team, they're basically seen like a very good contender. So that they're now like names that pops off when you see them in the screen. So I'll put them on S tier. And for 2023, it happened in the UK, and the winner was GDG. And man, the first moment here was Chovi's fountain stopwatch. Just watch the video on screen. Like, what Chovy? How did it happen? How did they pull that off? And to think, and to think that they won the game out of that defense from Chovy. It's insane. It's insane. And then of course JDG won the event, and it was like a dominant run since they just only gave one game to BLG, and BLG was like, "Oh, that Knight guy is good. What if we get him? Maybe we can like reach greater heights." And lo and behold, we move on to 2024. Oh wait, I have to move them. Gonna go just because of Chovi's play, I'm gonna move it to mid A. Chovy is insane, man. I mean, I'm not part of the Church of Chovy, but I respect that play. That was insane. So for 2024, Genji breaks the LPL streak. So eventually, Genji locked in, and Chovy didn't choke, and yeah, they won the event, and it was against BLG. And oh my God, look at the team. They got Knight, who destroyed them last year, and apparently he was the missing piece. And despite losing, like yeah, we all know what happened to that BLG team, almost like winning worlds. So yeah, that's it. Knight was with BLG now, and they were anticipated to like win a lot of titles. And the next moment is FaZe dropping a 28 kill game in the finals against BLG, and that's the highest. I'm pretty sure that's the highest kill count that we have in like a major worlds event. So yeah, that's just pure domination. And hmm, given that, I'm gonna move it to top of A, near the top of A. Then for the last MSI that we have 2025 happened in Canada, and we all know how it went down. Genji was the winner, and they are back to back champs. And I'm not really sure if they can like pull it off again next year, since like they were not gonna lie, they were shaky. They were panicking when they were fighting T1, and I don't know, man. I really think that T1 should have won that title, since like they really did their best, like from the losers bracket up to the finals. Like it was a generational run, and yeah, well, we really got a great series though. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it here in the best one that we had so far. That the 2025 event was insane. We had CFO, we had a lot of game fives, and yeah, actually the second part of the moments are the 9 best of 5s in this event, and it's the highest. And apparently the last one was six game fives back in 2021 Worlds, but yeah, we reached 9, and it was because of the fearless draft, and I'm pretty sure that we should keep it since the games are hype, the teams are panicking, the 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 players are getting exposed. Like if you have a shallow champion pool, you are dead. Okay, guys, so yeah, I'm back since I butchered the outro during the first recording, and uh I guess I'm not gonna make any changes with the tier list at the moment. I'm gonna put the link of this tier list down in the description so you guys can try it as well. And yeah, just share what you think about my list. I mean, what's your list? And just comment it down below, and let's spark a discussion. Since I really do appreciate whenever you guys comment, I read all of them, and yeah, it's really great to finally reach this milestone with you guys, and hopefully I can do more tier lists like this about other topics in the future. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and see you next video.